Can't happen. I mean, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting to your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Coming out throwing is Baker. Taken in by Noah Fant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First down, here's Baker. Man there, it's Malik Neighbors. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Mayfield on 1st and 10. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dax Hill. And the Chiefs will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next? Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Here's Lance. Short pass caught by his tight end. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Taron Johnson has it. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
At their own 23-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. The Chiefs get to him, and he's dropped. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Another try following the sack. Diving forward, and he makes the catch. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 46. Able to find Gould here. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First and 10, it's Mayfield. Into traffic, complete. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for Raiders first. Mayfield now from the gun. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And he'll be out of bounds just a yard or two short of that 25. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. On the move, headed right. He takes it himself. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
2nd and 3. That pass caught by Gould. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Hubbard. He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Trying it again with Hubbard. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Raiders parlay the interception into points. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Matt Prater for the point after try. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Prater on to send it away. From his own end zone, here we go. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here we go. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they face second down. To the air, Lance. Buys time, rolling right. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now it's going to be third and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Finds him over the middle. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Walker holds it in. He breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. Second and 10 now. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Raiders come through with a big play to close out our opening quarter. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Neither side separating much so far. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They'll be well inside field goal range to begin this drive. From the gun, Mayfield. Chased out to his... And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense more often than not leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
Well, the QB made something happen. He got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on third down. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. He finds Fant.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
Fourth and 3, drive on the line. Here we go, it's Mayfield. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential first down.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. One alligator, two alligator, three alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
3rd and long for him here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Big catch made, and he got both feet in. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Point it right.
Baker now from the gun. Forced out to his right. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Baker Mayfield the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Now Prater on to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Well secured by Brandon Cooks. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
That is... effort, Kate, to make the catch. Putting his body on the line, diving for the ball. He earned that reception. And some more targets are clearly coming his way in the future.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Back to throw, it's Lance. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. Throwing from the gun here. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down. from the red zone now. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Dumped off to his running back. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Walker going to motion over right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Third down from the gun. And the defender comes away with it. And the Raiders take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now it's second down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Dell with the grab. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Dax Hill up for the stop. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on third down. Throwing from near his own goal line. Connects with Hubbard. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First and 10, it's Mayfield. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Run. Up. Hey, alert 33. Watch.
Mayfield to throw again. He lobs it up, left sideline, looking for a jump. This is caught inside the 15. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's a Vegas first down. Baker throwing again. He's on the move. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. But, Kate, the good news, you've got 2 more downs to try to find a first.
On second down, it's Hubbard. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down. Putting a receiver in motion. Third down, here's Mayfield. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Mayfield to throw for it. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Foye Oluokun with the pick. And the Chiefs take over on his 5th interception of the season.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Raiders take over on his 5th interception of the season. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Throwing again is Baker. Escapes the pocket. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Here's the snap on 4th. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. He's got it at the 6. And he almost gets to the 5. He's out at the 6.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
From the gun on 3rd down. Catch is made in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. A final throw before the break. Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Now Prater on to send it away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Set. Track at 60. Go.
Lance. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's out of bounds, just a step short of the 40. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. New set of downs for him at the 38. Now it's Lance. On the move, headed right. And they pick him off again. Trevin Wallace has it. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Went to the old well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future. They had somebody there waiting for it that time.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing now from the gun. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Play action on 1st down. And they pick him off again. And the Raiders take over on his 5th interception of the season.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Raiders 1st.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. He fires one deep down the right. It is caught at the 20. And he'll be touched down after a big play.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
2nd down, Mayfield to pass. Buys time, rolling right. He's in trouble, and the Chiefs bring him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. This one misses the tight end. So that brings up 4th and long.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Here we go. It's Mayfield. Chased out to his right. Oh, no, they get him yet again. J.C. Horn to pick it off. And the Chiefs get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys are bad.
Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Taron Johnson has it. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-six touchdown. I think it's safe to say, Brock, this defense isn't just trying to defend a lead. They are trying to eliminate all doubts. And to that end, a big play to take that interception back for 6.
I think it's very easy for fans to see when an offense goes dormant and conservative and plays it safe. But defenses fight the same challenge, Cade, and kudos to that defensive coordinator. Don't be reckless, but this defense has earned the right to be aggressive.
Matt Prater is set to kick off.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchpad. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10 now. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. 16 yards on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Let's
go now.
They go play action on 1st. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Last thing, 19. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler. Ready?
Looking to throw Lance. It is Cup, left side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Hup.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line.
Ready?
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs.
Here's Lance now. And they pick him off again. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick-6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Matt Prater is set to kick off.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick six. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. So it'll be 2nd down. To the air, Lance. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So they're left facing 3rd and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Connects on the crosser. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. 1st and 10 for him now, following the penalty. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up.
The QBs today so adept at doing just this, buying themselves enough time and finding a target. The problem on this one, just not the throw he needed to make the completion.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Man in motion here. He's going to push one deep down the right. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Throwing it again here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing from the gun. Walker hauls it in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Here's Lance. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Good. Regular. Attack.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield connects with Fant. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Good.
1st and 10, it's Mayfield. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Alert. Good.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. He finds Fant. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Vegas first down.
Key. Good.
Baker throwing again. Here's a deep shot towards the end zone. Big gain downfield. And in for the touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders grow their lead yet again. Now Prater on to send it away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Here's 2nd and 2. He's on the move. And the Raiders get there and take him down. And he's taken out of bounds behind the line. That's going to be a sack. The Raiders go a nickel on this 3rd down.
Here we go.
Throwing his Lance. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Broke through the tackle. And the Raiders get it back on the final play of the quarter. A nice takeaway to end that 3rd quarter. And they're going to have a new possession. Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
Good. Attack.
Here's a give to Hubbard. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Point it right. Good.
Baker now from the gun. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. It's Hubbard off the option. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
He's got it deep downfield. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders are running them out of the building. Malik Neighbors with the touchdown. Prater on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders continue piling on to this lead.
Chiefs nothing. Matt Prater set to kick off.
Now Prater on to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
They're on the 40-yard line.
They're out and set, first and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Set. Ready, ready.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. It's caught, Warren. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Brings up
Second and 10 now. This finds Cooks complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
They are throwing it again. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Escapes the pocket. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Defense relentless on that play. As some of them closed in on that pocket, the others took away the easy throwing lanes, and they really influenced that incomplete pass.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Last thing, 19.
Now it's Lance. He lobs it deep middle. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a fourth down stand.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
First and 10. Here's Mayfield. On the move, headed right. He's running with it.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he can get the first down.
Run. Like that.
From the gun, Mayfield. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Neighbors with a catch. He has room past the 25. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Hey, alert 33. Good. Watch out.
Here's Baker to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Good. Watch out.
Another try following the sack. Buys time, rolling right. Pass is caught at the 9. He has the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Matt Prater is set to kick off.
Now Prater on to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Lance. Chased out to his right. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Now. That's it.
First throw for the backup now. He's on the move.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Now. What's up?
Working out of the gun. It's Carr. Throw complete to Warren. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. To the air, Lance. And they pick him off again. And the Raiders get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Pistol. What's up?
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Caught, nice gain left side. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Prater able to tack on the extra point. And the Raiders continue adding on to that lead.
Chiefs nothing. Matt Prater is set to kick off.
Now Prater on to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
Ready up.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Hits his running back. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 2nd and 1. Warren's got it, complete. He picks up 28 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top.
And they pick him off again. And the Raiders get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. They run again with Hubbard. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a play that won't pop on the stat sheet, but the players and coaches won't forget about it. I promise you that. Coaches will file that one away the next time they really need to pick up a few yards.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Connects with Hubbard. Keeps himself upright. Hits the 20. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
First and goal, Hubbard. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Raiders throwing 6 more on the blowout. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. Prater adds the PAT. And the Raiders tack on 7 more to their lead. Now Prater on to send it away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. All right, one more snap to play here. One final shot here. Into the hands of Walker. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And I doubt they're going to be doing much shopping today, Brock. Probably more ice baths and relaxation ahead after getting the victory on this Black Friday.